Hi, Susie Thomas. Today the video is going to be a little bit longer because we're going through the whole process of buying a home. Now, first thing you're going to want to start with is working with a loan officer that you trust. I can recommend some to you if you don't have someone you're already working with. But you want to know exactly how much you can afford to buy. You don't want to be shopping at Walmart when you can afford Neiman Marcus. Okay, so once we've determined what your price point is, then you sit down with me and I get an idea of what neighborhoods you're interested in and what other must-haves and wants you have in the property that you're going to be looking for. And then we go online and narrow it down to those properties you might want to take a look at. Then we will go and look at some of those properties. And you might not like a particular property, but maybe there's something about that home that you do like, and we will keep that in mind for our future shopping. Then let's say you find the house that this is it. I want this house. So we're ready to make an offer. I will talk to the listing agent who will have more information about the sellers and what they're looking for, if it should be a quick escrow or a longer escrow, if only matter is price. And so we know how best to word your offer. I will send you the documents electronically. You will sign those with your computer or your phone and get it back to me, and I forward it to the listing agent. Now, the seller can do one of three things. One, they can accept your offer as is. Two, they can reject it and pick somebody else's. Or three, they can counter it, in which case I would communicate with the listing agent so we could come up with a compromise that is a win-win for both you and the seller. Once we have an accepted offer and an executed contract, then you have 3 days to put an earnest money deposit into escrow. Now, the earnest money deposit is usually between 1% and 2% of the purchase price. This money is held by the escrow company to be sure that the seller does what the seller is supposed to do, and you as the buyer does everything that you need to do. You have 17 days to do your due diligence. Perhaps you've heard that term before. Due diligence includes the home inspection. That's usually the first thing we do. I get a home inspector in there and they give you a full report with photos explaining anything that you might be concerned about in the purchase of this home. We'll go over that report and determine whether one, it looks good and there's nothing we're concerned about, or two, we want the seller to repair or refund, credit you for what it would cost you to make those repairs. Or three, we decide, no, this is too much trouble and we're out of here. So that's the home inspection. If you decide to back out at that point, then you get that earnest money deposit back because you're still in those 17 days. Then we have your lender will order an appraisal because the lender will not want to give you money to buy this property if it's not worth what you are offering to buy it for. So you'll also get any HOA documents to review. You'll get the disclosures that the seller has completed that tells you things like, yes, we had this painted this past month, and we had this repair done, and we had this insurance claim taken care of. So that information is all good to know. So in the meantime, you're also going to be wanting to set up your homeowner's insurance. So this is all going on in those first 17 days. If for any reason you can't get homeowner's insurance, you don't like what the title report says, there's something in the report, the inspection report that you don't like, or perhaps you just find a different house that you like better. You can back out and get your whole deposit back from the escrow company. But let's say everything's on track and you're happy with everything. On that 17th day, the listing agent is going to want you to say, we are good to go. And that earnest money deposit will go hard. If something happens in the next 4 days with your loan that we do not anticipate, then you still could get that earnest money deposit back up to 21 days. But generally, after that 21 days is over, we are just waiting for the loan documents. This is the only time when you are actually put pen to paper, and this will be in front of a notary, and you will sign the loan documents. Once that process is done, it takes about an hour to sign all those loan documents. Once that's all finished, that paperwork goes to your lender. It goes through underwriting one last time, and sometimes that afternoon or the very next day, I get a phone call from the title company or the escrow company saying, we recorded, you are now the owner of a property. And you come to me and I give you your key. There is never any sit down and shake hands. This is all done electronically. So that is the whole process of buying a home. If you want more details, and I can go through this in a lot more slowly and particular to your situation, just contact me. It's Susie Thomas, 858-361-8174, or through my website, text, call, email. I'm here for you. Have a great day.